বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। গত কয়েকদিন আগে প্রাথমিক বিদ্যালয়ে ভাইবা পরীক্ষায় অংশগ্রহণ করছে দুজন ভদ্রলোক। আমার সাথে পরিচয় হলো। পরিচয় হওয়ার পরে বেশ বাই ওনাদেরকে অনেক কিছু বললাম, বিভিন্ন তথ্য দিলাম। তো ওনারা বলল যে আমরা যদি ইংরেজিতে কথাবার্তা বলতে যাই, মানুষ বলে কি বলে অল্প বিদ্যা ভয়ঙ্করী, এ লিটল লার্নিং ইজ এ ডেঞ্জারাস থিং। আর কি বলে, কথায় কথায় ডিকশনারি, অল্প বিদ্যা ভয়ঙ্করী। কথাটা ঠিক আছে, সমস্যা নাই। কিন্তু কোনো একজন ছাত্রছাত্রী যদি সে তার বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের ডিগ্রি থাকে, দুইটা অনার্স মাস্টার্স থাকে যে কোনো সাবজেক্টে, তার কিন্তু বিদ্যাটা একদম যে অল্প বলবো তা না। হয়তো তার কোনো সাবজেক্টে দুর্বলতা আছে, থাকতেই পারে, এটা অস্বাভাবিক কিছু না। যেমন ধরা যাক, যে কোনো বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় থেকে একটা ছাত্র একটা খুব ভালো বিষয়ে অনার্স মাস্টার্স করলো, সে একটা সাবজেক্টে দুর্বল, কিছু দুর্বল, ধরা যাক বাংলায় দুর্বল। বাংলায় কেন দুর্বল হওয়ার কারণটা হলো সে বাংলা পড়ে নেই, বাংলা পড়ার তার সুযোগ ছিল না। আর সারা দেশে যারা আছে পরীক্ষার্থী, অ্যাডমিশন টেস্ট থেকে আমি বেশ কিছু বাংলা দেখছি বাজারে, তার মধ্যে ডক্টর সৌমিক শেখরের বইটা খুব ভালো লাগছে আমার কাছে। যারা আগ্রহী তারা ভর্তি পরীক্ষা এবং বিসিএস থেকে শুরু করে অন্যান্য পরীক্ষার জন্য বা শেখার জন্য বইটা ভালো। The person who are interested to purchase this book, you may buy this book. Today my subject matter is how to develop skill in English. I have already given you classes in this section, but with the passage of time, unemployed people are increasing in this country day by day. Many students who are coming out under National University from Teknaf to Tetulia after the completion of their honors and masters, and many of you are interested to get job. But you know properly to get job, I should share with you something. You should have skill, working power. But if you do not especially work, cannot work, of course I should share with you something. There is any possibility on the part of you to get, that is called as job in job market. Underemployed is people of this is the country. Whatever you get, I am speaking about is the male student, not female. Our female students of this is the country cannot take those risks, which risk is taken especially by our male student. Therefore is I am speaking about them. So whatever is it might be, but our female student should get such kind of a job, officially a job, sitting in the shade, maybe AC room, maybe or just a comfortable place, maybe official work. It will be highly helpful. The person especially who are interested to become primary school teacher throughout the whole country, obviously I cannot discourage you. Of course you can try. And by being especially that school, primary school is assistant teacher, you may try your best to become a head teacher. A ladies especially, story I am going to tell. She was a student of Edward College. After the completion of her honors masters, she appeared, and at the examination she became a primary school teacher. After it, next time she tried, and she became a headmaster of that school. Third time especially she had aced, and she appeared at the BCS examination. After it, this lady was selected as a teacher of Edward College. And from this college, this particular lady can get transferred, of course, according to the rules and regulation of Ministry of Education, as well as special rules and regulation of this country. So I welcome especially you who are female students of this country. I should share with you something. Half of us are male, half of us are female. The female students of this country who are gaining education in different subject, sitting at home, you can acquire knowledge. I also just especially participate in admission battle, varsity admission especially battle, as an invigilator, and especially primary teachers invigilator, secondary school is invigilators. And from this special experience of mine, I have seen especially the candidate, most of them could not write correct sentence in English in the examination hall. So especially I felt this is sympathy for them, the person who did not get chance and opportunity to perform this task. Many of you who are losing your race. Whatever is might be, I should share with you something. Our female is a personality. If they can't get appropriate job according to their quality and capacity, I think they would be able to be strongest pillar of their own families. And to become the strongest pillar of your own families, of course, I should share with you one thing. You must specially acquire skill and appearing at the honors final examination if you sell your books to bookshop, all bookshop, appearing at the final examination of masters if you sell all the books. So in which and that way, of course, if you collect only some guides, one or two guides to become the primary school teacher, secondary section teacher, or especially college lecturer, non-government college lecturer, I do believe one thing is these books are not enough for you. With this book, of course, you may especially study those books. I should share with you something. BCS books of different section, Bengali, English, general knowledge, and different writers book. Different writers book you should have special quality and capacity. At present in primary school section, many questions which are given from English literature. Many questions which are given from English literature and obscure question from linguistic. So to be special, if you do not acquire phonetics and linguistic, of course, the person after the passing of your ACC examination, if you think it is enough, I do not need to touch any English book. And you got admitted yourself, maybe Department of Philosophy, Psychology, Islamic History and Culture, Sociology, or especially other subject you are getting, but for a long time, 5 to 7 years, you did not have any connection with this English subject. After it, you have already completed your form to become a primary school teacher. Coming to the examination hall, you have noticed many questions which are given in English from linguistic section as well as literature. And can you think about yourself what will happen if you just especially watch it like a statue? If you watch this writing is a question paper like a statue, is there any benefit? No. In front of a statue, if you take a banana, the statue will understand is nothing. If you especially take is a mine of gold, the statue will not understand is anything. For this reason, if you sit in the examination hall like a statue, no benefit will come. For this reason, the students who are reading different subjects, maybe philosophy, Islamic history and culture, Pali, political science, social science, Bengali, other subject is respectively, even English, of course, you need to just read some books which are essentially to get job in job market. The students of English literature and linguistics, I should share with you something. You are reading some books prescribed by universities, and many of you are committing those things and commit to memory, commit to paper. As an examiner of Bangladesh, that is National University Honors Section, I have seen this student is especially memorized, and their memorized writing had been written in different khatas, same writing, same thought, same note, same teacher, almost all of them. And that is called is another group of students I have noticed who have answered the question by purchasing guidebook from the market, and that is called a group of students had already followed the same thing. Just especially same writing from the guidebook. Many of them you also answered the question from below standard guidebook, and especially sentences. Linguistically, many of you could not perform this task. Commit to memory, commit to paper, of course, I cannot desire, but ultimately you should have especially sharp writing ability, and you need to write grammatically correct. Because students of this country who are the member of poor and pauper family, middle class family, low middle class family, who are interested to enter into job market, but if you do not have quality, years after years will disappear and you will not be able to get any job. Former student of mine who completed his honors masters from Russian University, Sociology department, 5 years passed, yet he did not get any job, even primary section. In the chain that I have noticed other person years after years are disappearing from the life of them, and last and final what will happen to the fate of them actually you can easily understand. Another group of students is I should share with you one thing that they are recording is the fundamental knowledge and quality that is called of course career oriented education. But if you dislike SSP to study career oriented education, it will not be helpful for yourself to get career. Suppose the student is the opportunity who are completing your honors masters from any department, but you are interested to start your journey banking section. One of my students is from Jahangirnagar University, completed his honors masters in history. He is at present especially is serving in banking. Another student of mine from Dhaka University, he completed his honors masters from history. He is especially at present principal officer. He worked hard. He had especially career oriented education. He obeyed my command, proposal, suggest, advice. Thus, especially promotion after promotion he is performing his task, and after the completion of his honors masters, he is not sitting using churi round his especially that is called wrist. চুরি হাতে দিয়ে কিন্তু বসে থাকে নাই ওই ছাত্র, and she studied master mass. She took BBA MBA from private university, and especially that banking related subject he also completed other degrees. Since he took other degrees and experience working ability that and the particular is especially person who is like my younger brother who got job named Shamim, and this person especially had honesty, purity, simplicity, hardworking is the quality, honest as well as especially that modesty. He was also soft spoken is a person, but whatever he told especially right thing. And at first step is he got job in banking section, and now he is staying in Dhaka, who is especially principal officer. Whatever is he might be, I should share with you something how they have become successful. Why am I telling those things? And I am telling those things for the students of Bangladesh and other places including Pabna. The person who are interested to build your career, you must study exceptional book, additional books of career orientation, and especially wherever you go, you may collect these books. My personal experience, when I just go to Shai Bazar, when I go to that is collect exam script of ACC section, at first I go to Shai Bazar, I purchase a special English version book that you are getting that is called in Islam. I have purchased many books from Islamic Library of Greater Rajshahi. But whenever I purchase many books. Whenever I go to Dhaka, I go to Nilkhet to collect many books. This tendency and habit which especially entered into my mentality when I was a student of university. After this, I especially was warm of books. I should share with you something. I studied many books from British Council Library from inter first year to just special masters final long 8 years. I got opportunity to become a member of Chittagong British Council Library, and especially almost all the books of honors of first year, second year, third year I completed when I was a student of ACC. In this section when I entered into just especially participated in the classes of varsity. When the class started, of course on that time I thought my teachers are speaking in Bengali because I was habituated. Dear students, I am not going to show my credit, but I am just especially telling you, if you can follow me, I think you will be benefited to see like those students especially from the female section who has become the mother of 2 child, husband is MBBS is a doctor and teacher of that is called PMC, Pabna Medical College. That student especially at present she is completing her FCPS in medicine from Sar Salimullah Medical College. She followed me. Her younger sister, especially named Tropa, she also followed me. Both of them is a BCS is a qualified is a person, got married with BCS is a cadre personality doctor. From Pabna, countless students of mine who got opportunity, justice especially to complete is their degree. Mr. Idris, I should share is a teacher, English teacher of Krishnapur Girls School, and his son, not her, his son was not son but his daughter, not son but his daughter was my student. She is going to complete her that is called as MBBS degree from Rajshahi, and she was a student of Edward College. Dozens and dozens of students of Greater Pabna town became successful in their life in banking section, in other section. I would like to just share my experiences with you that you is getting in my student life. I used to discuss at least an hour myself single, and maybe that sometime is a single, sometime open field, sometime before the mirror. In the and that I used to speak an hour every day, at least. Later on, I collected a special person named Abdul Awal Muzumdar, who is staying at present in Chittagong. This person became my listener, and he used to listen my discussion. After this and that he followed me. At present, he is serving there on. And especially the experience what I acquired in my life, I am not going to appreciate myself. Of course, you must not misunderstand me. And I told my student of mine who has become at present varsity teacher, getting double first class honors masters from English literature. Whatever it might be, I should share with you something. This particular person, when he was a student, without consulting an hour before the mirror, he would not go to bed. Similarly, the person who are listening my voice, here and there, this side, that side, this corner, pros and cons, out and ins. I am not appreciating myself. I am not praising myself. I am sharing with you my experience. The experience is what I applied in practical field by obeying especially this thing. Is my personal experience, especially 2 or 3 of them became army officer. I should share Don is coming out successfully by completing especially that is called his course this year from Chittagong Bhateri. Another student of mine who followed my guest student Mehdi, and he is especially probably he is on the way to Cornell. He was major. So this student used to follow me, but I do believe one thing the person who are listening my voice, if you can't follow me, obviously justice you can be successful. Bookish knowledge is not enough. I should share with you something. By the boundless merciful Almighty Allah, I got opportunity to translate this particular book, Lal Shalu, Rootless Tree, when I was a student of inter first year. And I used to discuss this particular special Mr. Mojid, Rootless Tree, written by Oliullah in front of my friend, who was my classmate and friend. He listened. Whatever it might be, I got opportunity to translate especially many other books like Vishad Sindhu. I translated this book many times, and from this book I got a lot of opportunity to know many Islamic unknown thing. And by listening my voice, especially from this section, my students had already become successful. There are students who are listening my voice, or may not be student who are listener. I should share with you something. Some of you, many of you are waiting to get job. But I only especially that is called shared my experience how the students became successful. Abir who completed his honors 3rd year in Dhaka University English department. Many other students who are scattered throughout the whole country, getting education from different sector and section. But the students who became successful in their life, I should share with you something. They followed especially my command. Their students, learner, this person who are recruited for Chittagong Bhateri, long 3 years, long course you are getting. They are given training, coaching, teaching, etc. With it they are given BSc degree by BUP, Bangladesh University of Professional. Before it this student especially cadets used to get their degree. I should share with you something from National University. Before especially National University, This student is especially from Chittagong Bhattiari, who are recruited is to be Army officer lieutenant. On that time it was second lieutenant. Now direct is lieutenant. They got certificate under Chittagong University. And first time is Chittagong University. Second time justice they came under National Varsity. Third time at prison they are especially getting their certificate BSc. Since they are first class officer, of course, is getting therefore graduation is most essential. Dear learners, throughout the especially whole country, and obviously many of you are interested to go. So why am I going to mention this thing? I should share. The persons who are taking training, coaching, teaching in Chittagong Bhattiari, and they are obeying the dictation of their special supervisor, of their instructor. In how to eat, how to read, how to sleep, how to play, how to swim, how to just especially that to complete is the bathing, how to perform is the other task connection. Chittagong Bhattiari, especially the person is who are their school staying is in this place. Of course, I should share with you something, and they are teaching this special cadet, Professor Amanullah. You have heard the name one of the versatile personality, former student of Dhaka Varsity. This particular person was instructor in Chittagong Bhattiari. He also took his classes for those personality who are recruited as army officer. And this student is, as I learned from my students who have become officer from Pabna, I should share with you something. And there is a particular time for reading, particular time for special taking different kinds of training, coaching, teaching. But I should share with you something who are listening. Their training is very strongest one. I do not wish to discourage you. Reason, this especially person is from this post, they will get promotion to become a major, to become a colonel, to become especially that is called to get other profession is maybe brigadier general or brigadier, major general, and in this and that they will be able to get, especially one of them is will be able to get to become especially chief of army staff. So don't they need any training, coaching, teaching, etc.? Obviously they need it. So in the time of taking training, coaching, teaching, of course, if any student elope, পালিয়ে চলে যায়, obviously there is no any way. Last especially that is called as a recruited is the personality. My student is shared with me. One of them is elope from Chittagong Bhattiari. এত কষ্ট ভালো লাগে না, বাবা মাকে যে বলছে এত কষ্ট ভালো লাগে না. So this oral I should share with you something is neither a paradise nor heaven. Dear students, you cannot hope to get especially everything in mundane world like the lap of mother or bank balance of father. Can you? No. So if you could take hazardous especially training, coaching, teaching, etc., in course of time you would be able to get comfortable life. Whatever is maybe I should share with you something. I encourage the brave student of this country. One of my uncle is who was a student Jhinada Cadet College, and he was recruited, served Bangladesh Army more than probably 30 years. By being Major General, he served also like a GOC area commander of Rangpur. After this and that is according to the rules and regulation of Bangladesh Army, he got retirement. There is a possibility on the part of this person, actually I got no idea, to become the ambassador. According to the government, I should share with you something, maybe sent to any country of the world and to make him ambassador. And this special uncle of mine, who especially that is called, got another job in Orion company, per month salary more than 5 lakh. Work action and work how much? Just especially that to visit is sometimes that factory, nothing else. Per week is maybe once, twice, thrice, etc. Dear learners, I am sharing my experience. Dale Carnegie has written wonderful book. You may read the book. Dale Carnegie showed many things. Lot of experiences you applied. How especially people of the world became successful. You may read especially Nazrullah life, how he fought against poverty. And especially this particular person you are getting, Rabindranath Tagore, was born in rich family, aristocratic family, Jamidar family, but he hadn't any hazardous life. Another gentleman, of course, is getting village is the poet of Bangladesh, you know his name, কবি জসিমউদ্দিন। আসমানিদের দেখতে যদি তোমরা সবে চাও, রহিমউদ্দির ছোট্ট বাড়ি রসুলপুরে যাও, বাড়ি তো নয় পাখির বাসা, ভেন্না পাতার ছানি, একটুখানি বৃষ্টি হলে গড়িয়ে পড়ে পানি, তারই নিচে আসমানিরা থাকে বছর ভরে, পেটটি ভরে পায় না খেতে, বুকের গখান হার, সাক্ষী দিচ্ছে অনাহারে কয়দিন গেছে তার। But of course you can just study this kind of the book that you are getting, which will be helpful for you. I mean just especially to get job in job market. The person is who are graduate, who are completed graduation, masters from any department. But you need to have is the quality. And collecting is a lot of books is from different is the corner. You can start is especially that is called everything properly and perfectly. Dear learners, today I am going to share is my personal experiences with you. After my SSC examination, I went to a shop, library, and told the librarian, the book is hot or not hot. At listen, you have, I think you have many books. English is the version, rapid readers, story books. Then the librarian is gave me more than 100 books. I said, how much I should give? And he said, this amount. I said, thank you very much, make a packet for me. And after appearing at the SSC examination, I got opportunity to especially read those books. For this reason, there are so many sector and section is especially different angle of sentences. What comes before me, and I notice especially that is called every nook and corner, right side, left side, upward, downward, before, behind, only mirror and mirror, mirror and mirror. So you can also follow me. Whatever is might be in my personal life, I'm not very successful as a person, but a bit successful because I made many students who have become successful. My endeavor, my thought, my conception, my ideology, my philosophy, my psychology, that school of person was helpful for countless students of Bangladesh who are well established. The person especially who has become BCSC holder, I mean university teacher, as well as BCSC holder, getting double SC first class. She came to my class one day by being a student of Jahangirnagar University, and he told in front of my students, and if you follow him, follow his advice, my teacher's advice, my sir's advice, like me, you will be successful. He told only one sentence, some sentences only. For this is the reason, dear learners, I am not showing my credit at all. I am just telling you how to go ahead. Look at especially the life of Shakespeare. He was called Raven. তাকে দ্বারকাক বলে ডাকতো, কি কাক? দ্বারকাক, Raven, by the university professor of Oxford, Cambridge, and other universities of the world that you are getting. Those universities, especially professors, teachers, VC, vice, provici, dean, etc., registrar, something like that. Of course, you know their name and fame had already been mingled. But our dramatist's name and action is especially is alive throughout the whole world. Milton did not especially bow down his head before blindness, though he became blind. Of course, there is getting, but he say especially he wrote, "Paradise is lost and paradise is gained." Dear learners, you have a pairs of eyes, you have pairs of hands, you have pair of especially that is called what? Ears, leg, toe, finger, hair, other thing what Allah has given you, kidney, lung, liver, etc., internally, externally. But if the people of this is your, of course, famous is the men, if they can be successful, why will you not be successful? Now you may read this some book, you are advised, Shakespeare Samagro, number 1, Lutfur Rahman Samagro, Dale Carnegie Samagro. These 3 books will be helpful to give you guidebook. These are the guidebooks. Of course, it is the getting. By getting this guide, you can go ahead. Dale Carnegie will teach you many things. The vast experiences, especially a man of vast experience, will show you a lot of example of the world to make you strongest one. Dale Carnegie বই যারা পড়বে, যারা আত্মরা হয়ে পড়ে আছে, হতাশায়, তারাও জেগে উঠতে পারবে। তার একটা বাক্য আমার কাছে খুব ভালো লাগে, সেটা হলো কর্মহীন জীবন মৃত্যুর কফিনে জীবন্ত লাশ। কর্মহীন জীবন, মৃত্যুর কফিনে জীবন্ত লাশ। এ বেটা যেদিকে যাক না কেন সেদিকে তার কোনো দাম টাম নাই। দাম আছে? নাই। মেয়ে মানুষ হয়ে জন্মগ্রহণ করলে কোরআন শরীফে আছে যে সে বিয়ে শাদী করবে তার বাবার ইচ্ছে অনুযায়ী, হাজব্যান্ড তার সমস্ত কিছু দেখবে A to Z। তাকে চাকরি করে যে তার স্বামীকে আপ্যায়ন করতে হবে, খাওয়াতে হবে, এরকম কোনো কথা কোরআন শরীফে নাই। Nowhere you will be able to get such kind of this thing that you are getting. On behalf of ladies of Bangladesh, Muslim ladies throughout the whole world, I would like to share with you one thing. According to the dictation of the Quran, if any man is marries any lady, that man shall take his full responsibility from the toe parangle up to justice, especially hair of head. Everything, what not is that you are getting. For this is the reason I should share with you something. Yet the female students of Bangladesh and other parts of the world who are listening my voice, you may take steps to establish yourself, and in order to improve your value, and in order to justice especially get blessed is a life, proper life, perfect life, good life, gentle life, appropriate life, supportable life, dignity, honor, prestige, social respect, political respect. Respect is from the house of your husbands, respect is from your kith and kin relatives, and this and that. Of course you will be able to raise your head throughout your life. Even after the retirement is you will get is specialist type that you know pension is you have not on any tension, you can get is pension, you should not have any tension, and you will be able to just lead your life up to old age, even up to death. And no one will especially think as a burden of the family. Your future sons and daughter will not think you as a burden of the family when you will get is old age. For this is the reason our students who are female, I encourage you, I give you inspiration, I inspire you, I encourage you to gain education, to make yourself is the perfect is the person in this and that you can is go ahead, but quality based education is highly essential. Whatever is might be, my phone number should be given for you that you is getting 01717 25 46 49। বাংলা ইংরেজি দুইটাই বললাম, যদি আবার বাংলা ভুলে যাই। তোমাদের মধ্যে যারা ইংরেজি বলতে চাও না, অনেকে ভাবো যদি ইংরেজি বলতে যেয়ে বাংলা যদি ভুলে যায় এজন্য তোমরা ইংরেজি বলো না। তোমরা অনেকে ইংরেজি বলো না, যে ইংরেজি বলতে যেয়ে যদি বাংলায় ভুলে যাই তাহলে তো বিপদে পড়ে যাব, এই জন্য তোমরা ইংরেজি বলতে চাও না। আর ইংরেজি তুমি যদি তোমার বান্ধবীর সাথে বলতে না পারো তাহলে তুমি আয়নার সামনে চলে আসো। You may come single especially before is a big mirror. Today you may tell is about your family, about your daily life, about your future aim. You can take subject matter. You can take subject matter especially you can is tell your daily life. How you will tell is real life. Mr. Mirror, I have come is before you. Janab Mirror, তোমার সামনে আমি আসছি। I shall tell especially my daily life. I am a Muslim lady. I completed my honors masters from Jahangirnagar University. Then if you are married, you can tell I am married lady and I am taking preparation for my BCS course. I get up very early in the morning, then I take preparation for Fajr prayer. I read the Quran for a while. After it I enter into kitchen room to make breakfast. I also just especially that is called awake my husband from sleeping. One day I wanted to throw water. একদিন আমি পানি ঢেলে দিতে চেয়েছিলাম ওনার গায়ে। I said if you do not get up in time for prayer, যদি তুমি নামাজের জন্য না উঠো, I shall throw water towards you, পানি ঢেলে দেবো তোমার গায়ে। I shall pour water to you, পানি ঢেলে দেবো। Maybe just especially a কলসি of water, a jar of water. ওই ভয়ে ভয়ে আমার হাজব্যান্ড প্রতিদিন সময় মতো ঘুমের থেকে উঠে নামাজ পড়ে। না জানি বউ যদি ভিজাই দেয় তাহলে তো লেপ তোষক সবই ভিজে যাবে, নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। My husband is gentle and polite, educated and he is especially highly qualified. He has good mentality. He is religious minded person. But from that time he does not miss his prayer. তুমি এভাবে আয়নার সামনে দাঁড়াতে বলো, দাঁড়ায় যদি ভয় হয় দাঁড়াতে, তুমি বসে বসে বলো, তুমি চেয়ারে বসে বলো, ভয়ের কিছু নাই। And after this and that is especially my husband goes to office at 9:30 and I adore him, I congratulate him, I said I wish you safe return. Then especially at 1:30 my husband is returns from the office to take his lunch. He take lunch with me and he says his prayer, Johor prayer. I also say my Johor prayer. My husband is goes to office is again. My husband is a banker, and I perform my task connection. I read this religious book. I am ambitious girl. I am ambitious woman. Therefore, I am completing these many books for BCSC course, and if I get opportunity, it will be highly helpful because in future I will have sons and daughter, and my husband may not bear the expenses of them. Therefore, especially I am interested to bear the expenses with my husband combinedly. For this reason, I do not miss my time, and in the end that I read up to Asr. After it after saying Asr prayer, I also read different papers. Bangladesh Observer, Daily Sun, Daily Star, How to Read English Newspaper, different dictionaries, Longman Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, other dictionaries respectively. I especially also read these vocabularies. In the and that I said especially my Maghrib prayer. After Maghrib prayer, I complete my cooking. After cooking, I read at least an hour is religious book. Again, I read those books especially which are essential to get job in job market. And I go to bed at 11 or 12 by studying severely and seriously. And sometimes I visit my parents. My parents are also satisfied with me as they noticed me to read and to read and write and to take preparation for future. Whatever might be in my next especially the digital video, I will give you another information how to develop your quality, how to develop your capacity, how to develop your sagacity. But if you get any job, especially in job market, that you know how you must deliver your speech in English version. On that is the time you must especially that speak in English. Next especially video you are going to get.